Tell me a bit about what you've seen in terms of attendee love at the shows that you've been present at.
It's about giving the people what they want. People come to these shows to collaborate and talk with each other on a human level. If we take our minds back to the horrible time during COVID, everybody missed seeing each other. And as soon as that was over, I think the first show was Confex, where we all collaborated. It's like, hi, how are you? Lovely to see you. That whole experience of sharing an environment with friends and colleagues that you know and love, and taking that to the next level. What have you been doing? How are you getting on? What are you working on? That human nature that we're a collective breed of people who like to spend time with each other. That ability to give people instant information at the point of, as you say, the point of need. I completely agree that people coming into registration, they're all, hi, how are you? Say hello to each other, having a coffee, registering. But when they're in a hurry and they come to a help desk, they come to a help desk because they want help. And technology is a great enabler in terms of creating a tool to show that floor plan, to show that speaker schedule, and to do it in a live format. People are coming to the show. They're often in a hurry. They may not, probably, I think a large percentage won't have downloaded the app. So having the app available on a giant touchscreen around the show floor gives people a point of engagement, something to do. Not everybody comes with other groups of people. Some people are generally quite loners by nature, and they like to have technology and pieces to interact with and engage with. And obviously to find out more information. It's all about giving them the information at their fingertips in a live format, so it's correct information that they can have a look at and make the most of their day. And that's really what the tech around the show floor does exactly for them.
I can see you're going to jump in there,
I
Abby.
am, yeah, if that's okay. I just wanted to say that, I think Mark's on something there, which is that, having this information, smoothing that journey for the participant, basically. Not everybody's is the same. No matter how much as an organizer you want them to follow a path, you have to understand them realistically of who are those people and what will their objectives be. And if you can help them get to those objectives, do what they want when they want, then that is why they're going to love your event, because you've given them the space and it personalizes it. Okay, not to the individual level, but to, it personalizes your understanding of what the types of attendees you have want to do.
Very important. The ideal buyer persona is something that Aidan, our marketing guy, throws at us all the time. Within this context of this project or this particular job that we're doing, who is the ideal? What is the ideal buyer persona? Sometimes I find it a little bit restrictive. And what you've just said, Abby, is that there is no single ideal buyer persona for the events industry. It's quite a diverse group of people and attendees.
Every touch point you might have with this person, smoothing the journey, as I say. Sorry, I'm going to get boring on that shortly, but it really is just living how that person is interacting with the brand at every opportunity.
Walking a mile in their shoes. I love it. That's a good way to do it.
Very
Right. Go on, Mark. I think
I
you've
was
got
just
something to
saying, I mean,
interject.
in terms of tracking, we work with some really good tech people, everything from AI, coming from George P. Johnson down to, small independent developers. We're working with one at the moment who creates these beacon technology that allows you to track people. I mean, the supermarkets have been doing it for ages, but allows you, for example, at venues such as zoos and amusement parks, where there's a bottleneck, they can send people messages, ask to move on and not only track them, but send them notifications. So if there's lots of people, for example, at the polar bear stuck part of the zoo, they can send a little message, polar bears on special offer in the zoo shop today. So it's about recognizing, using technology to identify the positive nature of people's behavior and the negative if there's bottlenecks, and adapt that through messaging to technology is there to attract people's attention, to engage them in that interactive experience and inform them about the event or the brand or whatever. So, tech makes it more accessible, and it also allows more dexterity. People with manual dexterity, with sight problems, it makes it, I think the word is inclusivity. It's about making, I mean, the app is such an important fundamental baseline and framework to the event.
Yeah, Mike, I'm sure you've seen loads of things like this that are sort of those moments of surprising, delighting,
Yeah.
etc.
Well, creativity is an enormous driver, and I think that that is something that we can all build on and spend a little bit more time thinking about. I mean, going back to the early days, we used to put in gamification, and those little things, those little what we call finishing touches, those little finishing touches that just show that give a lot more and give a lot more and are really quite inexpensive, and they just need a little bit of time to sit down in advance of the event and throw some of those ideas around within a creative context. A lot of these great ideas probably come together sitting around a pub on a Friday afternoon, but that sort of environment where people can be creative and open that storyboard to a wider thought plan. It's about making the attendees love the experience, because they're the backbone of our industry. And without them, there would be no exhibitors, no sponsors, no events.